Hello everyone, my name is Jia and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is one of my first videos, so I hope you will like it. And in this video I would like to introduce you some DNA test kit so you could check up where your relatives came from and what nationalities and what percentage you have in your blood. So this one is Korean one by the company called Youwho. I got it recently and today I finally decided to try it out. Actually, it's not the fast process because after you get the test, you also need to send it back with your analysis, or how to say, like, I will explain the process a bit later. So you need to send it back to the company and then wait around 2 weeks so you can check the result on the website. Well, let me show you how the kit looks like. It's like combination of pink and navy shades. I really like the design, and yes, as I told you recently, it's called Youwho, so you can easily find it if you're in Korea. And let's open it like this. So inside we have a user guide and also all we need to make a test. So let me show you user guide. You can see the sign "Meet You All," and if we open it, there is some instruction how to take a test, like in a proper way, what you don't need to do before it, like some rules of taking the test, and also how to check the results. So here's QR code. Here you need to register it on the website, on some homepage, and then you can check your results. There is also some password, but as I heard, it's something about like date of your birth, something like that. First we speak here, and we add this stuff, mix it together, close it, and then after we considered a test, when we put it inside, close it, we call the post office company, kind of asking for, like, requesting for return, something like that, and then they come pick it up and will deliver it to the company back. The reason why I decided to take a test, I was always curious about like where my ancestors came from, like what country national, like what nationalities I have in my blood. Maybe some percentage could be from Asian part of Russia, some could be maybe from Europe, but who knows? Well, it's been around 2 weeks since I recorded the first part of this video, and now I'm ready to share with you the results of the test I did. Let's switch to the first part of the results. It's about my DNA, like find my ancestor who was in what country or something like that. I asked you guys on Instagram to try to guess how they think, like where I'm from, where my ancestors from. It's like, I know that I'm from Russia, so my nationality is Russian, but according to this test, it's quite different, you know. At first, before you continue to watch this video, I want to ask you to write down in the comments again, like, how do you think, what's my dominant nationality, like from what country I am, and so on. And after you do this, we continue. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's let's move on to the results. So European part in me, it's almost 78.5%. Yes, so we can consider that I'm European. I'm not Russian dominantly. The highest percentage here is that I'm from Finland, and it's around 23%. I didn't expect it, to be honest. Next one is Italian. That's something I also didn't expect. Like, it's around 12.2%. That's quite a lot actually, because you know, we are all a mix from different nationalities, so that's really hard to get something above 10, for example, even sometimes above 5. Quite interesting. East Europe, 11.5. I also have some percentage like Balkan or Scandinavian or West Europe, but it's all around 8%, like 8.5, 8.3 and 8.2. I have Middle Asia around 12.3%. I'm not sure if it's a lot, but still it is here. It's also one of the dominant ones. So I have around 10.4% from West Asia, and here's also North Africa and Arab, but it only hits almost 2%, like 1.9. They also give me that I have Middle Asia and South Asia around 5.6%, like all together, because here's Middle Asia like 3.9 and South Asia is 1.75%. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit lacking about pronouncing numbers in foreign language. Hope you understand that. Let's see a little bit more detailed information about East Europe. Actually, the part of the world I am from, and here is Russia as European part. It's 3.76%. I'm from Russia. And I don't even hit 4%, but that's fine. There's Hungary, it's 1.72%. Then Belarusians, 1.24%, and Slovenia is 1.16%. Not so bad. Balkan, Greece hits 1.27%, then Romania points 1.26%, Croatia around the same, and Serbia around 1%. Next, here's Scandinavian. I only have Sweden in me, it's 8.37%. And West Europe, I have Netherlands, 6.29%. France, I have France in my blood, so 1.42%. And I have a little bit of Germany, like really a little bit, it's 0.49%, like 0.5. We also provide some detailed explanation about each part of the world, but I'm not gonna share it because, you know, mostly it's some common information. I don't think it could define me, that's why I'm not gonna share it. I only share this percentage, and later there's gonna be part 2 and I share some more information about me. Okay, so West Asian, Armenia 2%, like 2.16. Turkey around 1.65. Then also Lebanon around the same, and Georgia around the same, like 1.52%. East Africa and Arab countries, Jordan almost 1%, like 0.93. Also Morocco around 0.48. Saudi Arabia around 0.2, and Arab Emirates around 0.19%. But like that's a really tiny part, and I think almost all people around the world have these small parts in their DNA from these countries. Like, I support the theory that we all came from Africa, so it doesn't surprise me a lot. Autumn came and I drink some black tea. There's some explanation about different countries. If you're curious, write in comments and I could share it in my Instagram, for example, because I think it's gonna be faster. There's also some group I belong to, and my group is J. So for example, if any other person does this test and also J group appears. Maybe somehow we could be the same family like long time ago, who knows. It also shows how my ancestors moved. So they started in Africa, like East Africa, something like that, and they moved higher through Egypt, I guess. Then they came a little bit like that and went to the side of Europe. That's a bit complicated. So guys, part 2, the part I actually so ashamed to tell you, and it brought me so much pain to realize my results, and not only realize but accept them. You know, that's really hard because it also relates to my modeling job. It also relates to my body control and my skin control, just like my appearance. That's important when you're doing modeling in Korea. Now let's start. First, obesity. If I have a high risk to get it or low risk. It's first. Imagine here's an average person, right? And my risk is 50% more than the average person to get obesity. So, if I want to manage my body, they recommend me to do cardio exercise at least 5 times a week, around 30-60 minutes. It could be like just walking, like jogging, or swimming, or some bicycle. But you know, I think it's not that effective. But you need to go to the gym. Like me, need to go to the gym. Need to do muscles exercise at least 2 or 3 times a week, and mostly like, you know, all kind of exercises. And I need to do around 8 to 10 reps. So it just basically tells me, go live in the gym. Don't pay rent for this flat. Like, why you need it? Just go to the gym, like sleep there and exercise. Nothing else you need to do. Also, I need to eat slowly, like a little, like 20 or 30 minutes, even more, and chew it really slowly so I don't eat it like fast. Fat rate, I have a chance 50% more to get it. Disappointing. How come I have it? Next one, sugar in my blood, and I also have a risk, like not that much as before, but it's still above average on 39%, and it's also so disappointing for me because I love sweets. Maybe I could say I cannot live without sweet things, but I need to do something with that if I don't want any, you know, any disease in the future. Well, actually, like even without this test, we supposed to manage our diet, like lifestyle, mostly not diet, to eat healthy. But that's the most difficult part. For example, if you go to a cafe, you want some coffee and you want some dessert, it's so challenging. Here also blood pressure. Give me a second. It shows that I'm above average on 22%, but in reality, I can say I often have low blood pressure. Maybe it just shows like the risk to have high blood pressure in the future, according to my lifestyle, like recent lifestyle. Because at the moment when I passed the test, I didn't really sleep well. I went to sleep a bit too late, and it also affects your body. Maybe you don't feel it, you don't notice it, but it already influences it somehow. And in order to manage it, I need to eat more fruits or vegetables. Like again, I need to eat more healthy. I don't think the normal result that's interesting, so I just go to like really low ones, or like really good ones, or bad ones. So I have something good to tell you. Like, you know, there's a cholesterol, and I'm below the average on 50%, 450 on 50, I don't know how to say it right, sorry. Like there's an average and I'm minus 50%, and that's good. At least something good, guys. You know, sometimes when we exercise we might feel some pain, like here, like we have these parts, right, like really dangerous parts, or like in our knees and so on. And I'm a little bit above the average for it, like 33%, but I think it just has connection with the fact I didn't exercise that much like during my life. I only started like recently, so maybe that's why my body is not full of strength and I can be injured. But I think if I continue to live healthy, to eat healthy, to exercise like constantly, I think that's not a risk for me. I hope so. Sometimes you feel dizzy, like sick, when you, for example, go by car for a long distance. Usually I feel that, but here it shows like I'm minus 17% from the average, so like I'm below the average. Maybe it is because I mostly feel dizzy when I like look the phone when I'm in a transportation. So I cannot imagine if someone feels it even more often than me. That's awful, guys. I don't know. I know some candies, like sour candies, could help to deal with that. One more bad result. My appetite is higher than average, 50%. And it's so bad, like I feel it in my daily life. It influences my kind of comfortable living. I don't feel that comfortable with that. Imagine you just ate your breakfast and you want to eat again, and sometimes it's not like you want to eat like the full meal, you just want snacks, and that's so annoying. It's just the problem with some nutritions. Maybe I need to manage it better, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel so lazy to manage it, but I have to. That's the most difficult part of the diet, not just eating a little bit, but to manage all the nutritions in your meals and so on. Like, they recommend me to manage my eating habits, but that's really hard because, to be honest, I had some eating disorder and I still try to deal with that. Like, sometimes it's hard. You understand with your brain that something is not normal, but like mentally it's really hard. It just pushes you down. That's one of the reasons sometimes I disappear from Instagram or like any social networks. But else, some sensibility to sweet things, higher than average people. That's a good result. I can feel sweetness more. Maybe it could help me even with some diet things. Next, bitter taste, a high sensibility to that. Well, I can relate. What is bitter food? Cranberry, dark chocolate, red wine, cacao nibs, broccoli, kale. I never knew it's classified as bitter food. Anyway, salty flavor, 27% above the average. That's one of the reasons I really love it, even more than sweet one. In Korea, some people who try Lay's chips and they cannot eat that because it's too salty for them. Not for everyone, but mostly for most people it's too salty. But for me, I've eaten it for the whole of my life, I guess. Like, not often, but sometimes, because it's quite popular in Russia. And for me, it's fine. It's not that salty. Do we have anything else? Vitamin C level, for me it's high. Lately, since it's cold time of the year, I started to eat a lot of lemons. Like, literally, I just cut the lemon and I just eat slices. That's a bit weird stuff to do, but I really love lemons, so I do that. Or sometimes I just put it in the water. One of concerns I do have is my skin. You all write that, oh, your skin is so good, but guys, you need to know that Instagram is just a picture. So even now on a video you can see my skin is not that smooth. Yes, I wear makeup now, so it's not that visible, but I personally know that I often have some breakouts, and it's really stressful for me. And here somehow an answer to the problem. The danger for me to have any breakout is 49% above the average. I think you know, exercising, eating healthy, sometimes visiting skin doctor is something I have to do. Like, it just must be in my routine if I want to have healthy body and clean skin. Yeah, like, you know, skincare helps, but I still support the idea that everything comes from the inside. That's all the result. Maybe the second part wasn't that interesting for you because, you know, it's more interesting for the person who did the test. I highly recommend you, if you want to know something like that about you, you could go to the website. I will leave it in description. And if you are in Korea, for example, you can order this test. If not in Korea, you need to check if they do overseas delivery. And again, I'm a girl, so all the results only about my mother's side, even about nationality. If you are a guy, like a boy, you can know both your mother and your father. But if you're a girl and you want to know both, then you also need to ask your father to get this test, or if you have a brother, like same parents, you can just ask your brother to do that. It was quite fun for me to do this test, and also they have lots more options, like not only about your skin, they also have some exercise habits and so on. You can just check on their website. Thank you a lot that you watched the video. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to write some comments if you have something to say. Bye!